Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to some more Magic the Gathering. Today we're playing some more Modern, and today we're playing some more Wither-ish stuff with a Scorpion God build. Now, Scorpion God is a whenever a creature with a -1/-1 counter on it dies, I get to draw a card, put a -1/-1 counter on target creature. When Scorpion Control dies, return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. So, the idea, hopefully, is to play the Scorpion God and do some stuff. Now, I feel like the mana may not be right in this build. I'm actually going to go down. I don't know. What to go down. Go down to Nest of Scarabs to add another 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Add another Wooded Foothills here. So we're gonna have 23 land. But anyway, land wise, we're a Jun build now. So there's that. Maybe we'll go down to Hapatra. I don't know. We'll try out different things, but mana wise, 2 Blood Crypts, 2 Forest, 1 Grasping Dunes, 1 Mountain, 3 Overgrown Tomb, 2 Stomping Grounds, 3 Swamps, Urborg, and 8 fetches. We got 3 Fatal Pushes in the main, Devoted Druid for a little bit of ramp, Scarscale Ritual. Additional cost, put a -1/-1 counter on creature control, draw 2 cards. Hapatra, Vizier, if we know what she does. Nest of Scarabs gives us a bunch of tokens. Necroskitter steals their stuff if we kill it. So hopefully we're a little bit more on the control pathway here. Puncture Blast deals 3 damage to any target. So it's like a lightning bolt, but with Wither. So triggers Nest of Scarabs really nicely. Necroskitter, Scorpion God, Hapatra. So yeah, that's kind of the intention here. Obelisk Spider has just always been really good. Yawgmoth, Scorpion God, 3 Black Sun Zenith, and our sideboard is exactly the same as last Monday's Wither Spike. So I clicked the wrong one. I was like, oh, I thought it was. So yeah, that's what we're doing with Scorpion God. Let's try it out. We'll see if it's if some of these cards are any good or not. Modern tournament practice, Scorpion God picked. So boop. Give it a shot. I don't know about this one. I don't know. We'll try it out. This one, the Quill Spike one felt strong out the gate. This one I don't know about. I would like to go first. Not bad. I'll keep it. Fetch for an Overgrown Tomb. We have a pseudo infinite combo. I mean, we lose life each time. Basic Island. Throw down Hapatra. If I can land this Nest of Scarabs, I'll be really happy. If they leave up counter magic, I'll throw down Necroskitter. Oh, okay, so it's Tron. Okay. That was rude. Nest of Scarabs. So yeah, it's mono blue Tron. Break the Ice comes in. 100%. Probably have a counter spell here, so I might try Necroskitter. For Blast. Yep, comes a counter spell. Mono blue Tron's the most annoying Tron to play against, in my opinion. Probably just gonna grab a basic swamp here. Now I don't know if we wither them. On a creature. Okay, so no. I know they just have counter magic in hand. Not tapping down. I'm not running this Yawgmoth out into counter magic. Another Puncture Blast. Necromentia would be worth it too, because I think it's any non-basic land. So yeah, we can just take Tron away from them. Or we have dead cards in hand like Puncture Blast and Fatal Push, stuff like that. Well, Fatal Push might be okay, but Puncture Blast probably isn't great. I guess it could be burn damage. Like Black Sun Zenith is definitely coming out. Abrupt Decay might be worth bringing in too. Matchup. Ballista. Okay. We're going to Puncture Blast Ballista here. He's got the counter magic. We'll just Fatal Push it. Yep. Makes me think he might not have counter magic here. Scarscale. I'm just gonna try it. I mean, we got to do something, right? We can't just keep passing turns. Yeah, I got it. I mean, what are we gonna do, right? We have to do something. How do they scry here? Consend to the bottom. Consend is a really annoying card. Now they finally have Tron online. We'll say this too. We've drawn like all of our bad cards for this matchup. Dugan, Ulamog. Ballista for 6. Can I Fatal Push Ballista? Find out. They are top. They are decked out. I mean, tapped out. So we really need to draw something good here. Something good. Nope. This sucks. I mean, really, this really does suck. Treasure Mage, sure. Effect card 6 or greater. They get Mind Slaver. Rutro. Hey, can we get some critters here? Do they have enough to play Mind Slaver next turn and activate it? So yeah, we're probably pretty dead here. Necroskitter. Scarscale Ritual, draw some cards. Last. What's up, Adam? Getting our butt kicked by Tron here. Go figure, right? The Mind Slaver. We never get a turn again. We're dead because they can just Ugin us twice. Alright. Just go to game 2. Okay, Tron. Puncture Blue Tron. Fatal Push actually feels okay against the Walking Ballista. Abrupt Decays, Necromentia, Break the Ice, Debatable Thoughtseize. What can we go down? What's not good? Black Sun Zenith's not very good. Puncture Blast, probably not very good. We have the Fatal Pushes. We can leave the Fatal Pushes in. Bring in the Thoughtseize. Go down a couple of Necroskitters. I feel like our deck's probably not very good against what our opponent's doing. I mean, we have stuff for the sideboard, but like in terms of like actually like putting pressure on, not really. We have all the Hapatras in the world here and an Abrupt Decay. I'm going to keep it. Wooded Foothills for an Overgrown Tomb this turn. Next turn, play Hapatra. Maybe the Spooter. Maybe get in with the Spooter at some point. It went to 6. They have a mind. So I'd like to, within the next 2 draws, draw a fetch land and a Necromentia. Or break the ice and a fetch land. We draw Necroskitter. I haven't seen Mono Blue Tron in quite a while. It might just have the opening hand Tron. Another Spatial Contortion. We land our Overgrown Tomb here. So yeah, Necromentia would be pretty nice. Or Break the Ice. But we also have Hapatra.deck going on here. So we faded 1 turn. Necromentia off the top would be amazing. Necromentia. Come on. Thoughtseize. Interesting. So we can Thoughtseize here. I'm going to attack him for 2. Nope. Not using Hapatra's ability. Let's Thoughtseize them. Repeal, Condescend, Thirst for Knowledge. I accidentally took a repeal. I was trying to expand the window so I could see the cards. Not what I wanted to do. I was actually going to take probably the Condescend here. Necromentia would be awesome. Still. Not what I wanted. Throw down the Spooter here. Gideon. I think I am going to put a counter on the Spider to get a Death Touch Snake, but also to burn them for damage. Get a little bit of aggro here going on. They also might just not find an island. Would be nice. Have another tower. Necromentia. Come on, baby. Want to do it one time to them. Take their power plant from them. Abrupt Decay number 2. A Necroskitter. Use her ability again. Another Death Toucher. There's the Tron. They finally hit Tron. Break the ice would be nice here. If we draw Necromentia, I'm just taking Ugin from them. Draw another Spider. Start burning for 2 damage, though. The Spiders, man, are always really good, but like I said, they top deck Ugin. That will pretty much turn the game around. Oh, here comes something for 11. 13. Ballista. I guess Ballista would probably do it, too. Ballista on 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have a Hapatra to play next turn if we want to. If we draw a land, we're totally Yawgmothing, though. I can't do anything. Turn. Kills our poor little Hapatra. Kills a snake. Kills a snake. Kills a snake. Kills a spider. I'd imagine, maybe. I would like a land here, actually. We get a Scarscale Ritual instead. I actually think I'm going to Scarscale here. Try to get a land. Burn them for 2. We get a land, we can Ballista and win. Come on, land off the top 2. Not a land in the top 2. Really? Well, we're going to attack. And either way they attack. They're dead either way. If we attack, because both our creatures will deal damage. Actually, no, the Obelisk Spider won't. We learned that. They block the Necroskitter, they die. They go to 1 here. We literally drew all 4 Patras this game. Okay, so they blocked and pelted us for 1. Yeah, not drawing a land there was pretty bad. Who would have thunk it, though, right? They might Field of Ruin to get their basic. Go grab a swamp here. They get their island. Thirst for knowledge. I think we've got this game. Even though we kind of got mana screwed here. Hapatra and the spiders are just too much. We're going to game 3. I'm going to leave it as it is. Gonna keep it. Can Necromentia away their Tron away from them. Devoted Druid, like, no way lives, right? Of course, they could just have Tron right out of the gate, which if they do, I'm probably either going to take Ballista or Ugin. They're probably going to have Tron. They probably have a natural Tron here. We get our 3rd land, so that's good. We could always top deck Break the Ice. Or whatever it's called, Break Through the Ice. They go Tron here, we know they have it with map. So our Necromentia is going to be a little bit... Yep, they have it here. So our Necromentia is going to be too slow. Except we could top deck the land destruction spell, which would be really nice. Could get an Overgrown Tomb. Come on. Another Devoted Druid. Well, let's hope they don't have a good card to utilize Tron this turn. It'd be hilarious if they play an island here. Yep, they're going for Tron. All right. Okay, Talisman. Hapatra. Okay, what are they gonna do? Go get a Blood Crypt. Let's try Hapatra here. Try and play around counter magic here, and I don't know. Facial Contortion. Something. Repeat. Oh. Replay it. The hippity dippity nature going for win. Yes. Um. Get another island. They have all the mana in the world. So I'm just trying to think of like what we should do. We get the spider and Yawgmoth down, we win. Draw land, we'll have access to just a few bit of mana though. But I have a feeling we're not playing any cards anytime soon. We might just try to throw down Nest of Scarabs next turn. Either that or the spider. I don't know. Ballista 3. Yep. Next. We're gonna kill their Ballista off. They'll get a snake token. We draw a land, I'm just throwing down Yawgmoth probably. How does repeal actually read? Okay. Maybe save Necro Mindslaver. Ugin. Yeah. Mindslaver might be good. I'm attacking here regardless of what I'm doing. So while I'm thinking, let me just go ahead and attack here for 2. Yeah, we can Duna Star, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Every day's going well. So let's do I want to Necromentia now? Or just play Yawgmoth? I don't know. I don't know if that's right. Dog is cards, Necro is possibly insurance. Yeah. I'll probably Necromentia next turn. Naming Ugin. Think Yogg because you can at least draw 2. Yeah, that's what I was kind of, I don't know. Well, probably should have, that was our answer. Necromentia would have been the card to do. Dang it. Cancel. Pay life. I always forget how it's like weirdly like set up here. Well, poopy. How do we get around Ugin now? To Tron is just annoying match. So when often you're wrong no matter what you do, true. Yeah, and he might have just had both, so don't matter what you named. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Well, I'm going to take away their... if I'm going to do anything, I'm going to try to be annoying and take their Tron away from them. Well, that's a hand. Look at their list. They have 1 copy of Mindslaver, but they have 3 treasure mages. The hard part's going to be getting out from underneath this Ugin. We don't really have a clean answer for Ugin in this deck. I mean, if they draw a land here, they can just play the Wormcoil Engines anyway. Then we're pretty dead. I had dismissed, didn't I? Yeah, I think it's game 2. I don't see how we're going to get away from this Ugin here. And they just draw Treasure Mage. That was their draw for turn. They grab their Mind Slaver. Oh, yeah, go use. We can double spell here, so I'm going to. But I think that's going to be game. I haven't seen this blue Tron in a long time, though. I really haven't seen Tron that often either. Like, even the mono green. We also haven't gotten to play a Scorpion God yet, which is sad. They're just going for the burn damage here. Why wouldn't they? I mean, honestly. We know they have Repeal in hand. We can never crack that. There's a line where we can gain some life with Obelisk Spider. But then again, they just -3 Ugin and then we lose. Yeah, we're pretty done here. We're gonna play it out a little bit. I think they're gonna repeal something here. I guess they could have top deck like Condescend or something. Let it go through. $10 says we see Condescend here. I don't know why they would waste counter magic though. They have Ugin. They repeal the Devoted Druid, sure. Attack for 1 to with to Ugin. We did take a game from them though. That's the important takeaway here. We did steal a game from them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If they just play Wormcoil Engine, they win. Like, why wouldn't you just play Wormcoil Engine here? Wormcoil, then -3 Ugin. They plus up Ugin. Might time them out. Yeah, no kidding. Their clock's really low. I don't feel like they've played that slowly either. I don't know why their clock is so much lower than ours. There's the Wormcoil. I was like, Puncture Blast would be kind of cool here. What I call the Hail Mary shot here. I mean, we're dead regardless of what we do. We might as well go out kicking, right? Why'd he just let the attack go through? That's absurd. All right. That seems like a pretty bad matchup for what we're doing here. I forgot to update the Stream Decker again. Don't mind me. Export. Not a very good hand. Not bad. I'm gonna keep this. Probably bottom the Stomping Ground here. Keep some bit of removal. All right, Stream Decker should be working. So if anyone wants to see deck, maybe not. I love that you have a Black Sun Zenith in a deck. It's really good. The deck not work there. Stream Decker. Oh, that's why. Yeah, Black Sun Zenith has been pretty strong. There we go. Now Stream Decker's up and running. Triome. The this guy? Yeah. Go grab our Overgrown Tomb tapped here. And we draw the Stomping Ground we bought him. Yeah, Black Sun Zenith has felt pretty strong. Especially in like conjunction with like Nest of Scarabs. Really good. Basically a 4-mana win the game if you have Nest of Scarabs on the field. My guess is maybe Jeskai control here. I have no reason to run anything out into counter magic. Yeah, so probably Jeskai control. Theory. Um, Fairy can bounce Yawgmoth, which I don't like. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know about this. Necroskitter's not going to do a lot. I'm just going to throw down Necroskitter. I don't know what else to do here. It looks like this deck is a bit too slow. Yeah, just for fun. That's the reason why I'm playing this over a traditional Yogg setup. Just for fun. So the idea, yes, and I agree with you. I think the deck might be too slow. So the idea originated with this build, which is a build my friend Adam made, and it's really fun. It's all about the -1/-1 counters, Wither, Blowfly, Infestation. Go get us a Forest, maybe. I'm gonna try to bait a counterspell here. Throw down Hapatra. Yeah, so he made this Wither build years ago, and he came over when we was playing tabletop stuff, and he let me play a couple rounds of it. And I just had such a blast playing it. And we were talking about new cards and stuff that's coming out that might like ramp up the deck a little bit. And wasn't there an old combo with Blowfly? Well, there's a Blowfly and Crumbling Ashes where you can just like keep moving the Blowfly counters around pretty well, pretty much. But so it started with this deck, which was a lot of fun. And then I've just been tinkering with different builds of it, and this is build number 4. Yeah, that's it. Nice. Counter target spell, sure. Then I went on to build this version with Yawgmoth, Soul Snuffers, and it was pretty decent. We did okay with it. This is the build that I think's been really strong. This Wither Spike build. It's trying to focus on what's going on here. It's Channeler Initiate, Ahmed Eternal, Quill Spike Infinite combos, Yawgmoth Infinite combos, Westvale Abbey for fun, and I've really enjoyed that deck. That deck has been super fun to play, very very fun. So really liked it. But then I had other stuff in my pool of cards I thought would work in a Wither deck, so I decided to put together. I'm gonna attempt to attack Teferi here. I decided to put together the Scorpion God list, and that's what we're trying out today. I like try to make it old decks good again. Yeah, this yeah, my buddy's list, like I said, was just super fun. And I had a really good time playing it, and so I'm really happy that he let me try it out and play it and have a good time with it. Gonna attempt to save the Teferi here. that's the case, I don't know if I want to throw down Nest of Scarabs. You know, I think I do. Let's make them have options of what to bounce with the fairy. But yeah, so my buddy built the original deck, and I've been tinkering with it and stuff. And I haven't talked to him too much about the. I know he's watched the Quill Spike, the Wither Spike version. I know he seems to really like it. So, but yeah, we're just trying out different cards, seeing what works. The Quill Spike decks too is much quicker, the much smaller mana curve than what this version of the deck is. Also, too, is like I feel like this deck is probably suited best against like creature decks and not Tron and control decks. You know what I mean? They probably have counter magic. I would love to top deck a land here. Preferably a black source. So we could try to 1, 2, 3, 5. So we could try to Hapatra and Yawgmoth this turn. Is what I would really like to potentially happen. Yeah, the Quill Spike version, I've done 11 matches with it, and so far I'm 5-6 with it. We just draw another Hapatra. Don't have enough black sources to do Hapatra and Necroskitter. Well, let's try Hapatra number 1. Let me play this card. All I can do. I have one other build I'm gonna attempt to try, which is kind of a more of a Wither Infect build. And then after I go through that, I'll probably play more Wither Spike. I don't know what I'll play Friday though. I might play some more of this build, depending on how these last few matches go. Or I might just go back to doing more Wither Spike, because I think Wither Spike has power. It feels like a real deck. It's got some good juice to it. So I would like to get in more games just to see, you know, kind of where it's at. I have a deck that you might like. What is it? You just have another Teferi. Quit playing Teferi. Nobody likes Teferi. Oh boy. Or Arcana True. You happen to have like a link to pull this up a little cleaner? Kind of hard to read on chat. I'm going to attempt to attack Teferi here. And then we're going to try for Yawgmoth number 1. Or Arcana Cruelty for Vesperlark. I don't know what Vesper. Flying, when it leaves the battlefield, return target creature card with power 1 or less from the battlefield to the graveyard. Okay. Interesting. It's my own build. Nice. Gotta love homebrews. I think I'm just gonna cram a Yawgmoth here. Body double, consider Faithful Minting, Castle Vantress, Doors, Drowned Catacombs, Blooded Strand, Grave Teferi, the Time Raveler, Persist, Prismatic Ending. So you've got kind of like a Control Reanimator build here. I don't have it up anywhere. No worries. No worries. Yeah, you kind of got like a really interesting like Control Reanimator list. That is kind of cool. If some of those cards weren't so expensive, I'd try it out. I want to try out Reanimator at some point. I think I'll really enjoy it. I like graveyard strategy decks a lot. Oh. Our opponent cannot decide what they're doing here with this Yawgmoth. Goodness, opponent. You're going to time out before you counter this. How many times are they going to tap? The body double Vesper Lark combo is what I think you'd like. We read Vesper Lark. Let me just double check. That is not what I was expecting. Body Double is a movie from the 80s. If you just type in Body Double without MTG afterwards. I hear you, pup. As Body Double comes into play, you may choose a creature card in a graveyard. If you do, it becomes a copy of that card. Okay, so yeah, you dump like Archon, then Vesper Lark returns, Body Double becomes Archon. That is kind of cool. I like that. You're right. I do like that. Can I help you, pup? And then it just resolves. What? They spent almost 5 minutes of their clock. I don't think it was almost 5. They spent like 3 minutes of their clock debating on what to do with that, and then they just let it resolve anyway. Whatever, man. Whatever. Now, if I remember right, Yawgmoth... Let's see what they do here. I think we can put the counter on Yawgmoth on this first, and then create it, and then sack a creature. Yeah, that's one way, but if you copy the Lark, if it dies, you keep bringing it back. That's a good point. You need one more to go infinite. Yeah, I know we need one more to go infinite, but... Oh, my Nest of Scarabs. Rude. Um... Nope. Alright. I'm glad we could backtrack there. So I was wondering if we put the counter on it and then it would let us get our tokens before we have to sack, but that's not the case. And then they screwed up they screwed up the prismatic ending. Well, okay then. I'll take that. Sure. You draw a Fatal Push. Let's attack here. Try to kill Teferi. Sack app. Oh yeah, sack the Hapatra. I probably will, depending on what they do here. I have no idea what our opponent's doing. Never mind, you can't put a -1/-1 counter anywhere. Yeah, that's my issue. 4. I know what they're playing here. Supreme Verdict. Do we not get to draw a card? What happened there? Whatever. Yeah, I think I should have I think you're right. I think I should have Black Sun Zenith for 1. Play another Hapatra. No, you're right. That was a punt. Black Sun Zenith before combat. I guess I could have just Supreme Verdict in response though. It bounced my Nest of Scarabs. We get Devoted Druid, so we could Devoted Druid and Nest of Scarabs this turn. Yeah, I know they have the counter, but they'd have done that after I attacked. They go to grab Cryptic. Why can't I cast Fatal Push here? Why can't I not cast Fatal Push here? Theory. Oh. Gotcha. I always forget about that top harder Teferi. Thank you. Not worth the trade. I'm probably going to throw out Devoted Druid, honestly. Let that eat a Cryptic Command. Might just Cryptic Command Fatal Push. Are they really just going to... Okay. Nope. Still going to get to do what I want to do, which is cast Hapatra and then Devoted Druids. Yeah, maybe I should have played Nest there. There's a good argument for putting Nest there. No, I used a mana better. Thank you. I don't know how much I don't know. We can use Devoted Druid. I'll be pretty happy with our lives. No attacks. Get a land. I want to try Necroskitter here. My reasoning is if Necroskitter resolves, we could possibly steal their Snapcaster Mage. I want to attempt it. Let's see what happens. They do have the counter spell. Kill the Snapcaster. Make ourselves a critter. Attempt to kill Teferi once again for the 900th time. Nope. Teferi's not going to get through again. I mean, Hapatra's not. Archmage Charms. Gain control of target permanent with value. They gonna grab our Death Touch Snake. That's rude of them. If we're gonna lose our Hapatra, we might as well. There's a good argument for not doing that twice, though. Rude. Just steals our Death Touch Snakey boy. Sure. Archmage Charm's annoying. Let's see what our opponent does here. If they had Flash. Another Hapatra? Sure. Attack the Teferi. I want to see what they do. We could possibly Hapatra and Nest of Scarabs this turn. They do only have 3 cards in hand. High is exile. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. 1/1 proof. I'm going to sack my Death Touch Snake here. Let's attempt Hapatra, number 3. Nest. Nest made it through. I guess they're going to use Castle Vantress here. Nope. Shark. We got a big Typhoon coming. Oh, Deluge. Okay, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the amount of mana you spend to cast a spell. Put 2 of them in your hand, the rest on the bottom library. Sure. What's that for? Like X, like what? 30? Don't tell me what the X was on that. I like the artwork on this card a lot. Card looks sweet. Our opponent does have to kill us before they clock out, though. Which is... This game one's been insane. So they have the Deluge. We get Puncture Blast. I I'm going to attempt to attack Teferi. It goes for 4, make 2/1 at end of turn. 2/1/1s at end of turn. I didn't want to lose Devoted Druid quite yet. I probably should have, though. You're probably right. What's this? I would be more than happy if you tap down. Okay, so it's a Shark Typhoon. Sure. The 7/7. Yep. Damn this Teferi. And I clicked through our mana. God damn it. Well, that screwed us up big time. Damn. Damn. That hurt. That really sucked. That was a misclick. Good Black Sun Zenith for a lot here, though. Potentially. They got something here. We could Black Sun for 4. They could just bounce our Nest of Scarabs. Yeah, make a lot of tokens. That's what I'm thinking about trying to do. What'd you send me? Lark Reanimator. Okay, so this is your Reanimator deck. I'll pull it up on stream after this match. They have 4 cards in hand. Fairy goes to 1. I had it just now, so it would be easier if you look at it. Thank you. Yeah, I'll pull it up on stream after this match. We'll take a look at it. You gonna Supreme Verdict here? This is only game 1, by the way. This is not game 2 or 3. This is game 1 against this deck. We have about 8 minutes on the clock on them. Don't know what that was for. Well, let's attempt to fire off this Black Sun Zenith, shall we? If it sticks, it's probably going to be game. I highly doubt it sticks, though. Boo. Boo you. And just run their time down. Yeah. I don't know, though. They might just... They might, and after, when we go to sideboard, just concede anyway. Which, if we're going to talk about the time thing in Magic, I'm going to say, like, right out the gate that, like, you should be able to win in that time, and if you can't, then you lose. You know what I mean? They're getting very close to wrapping this one up, though. I want to get a bait spell here, so we can attempt to play Yawgmoth. Well, we have to play Yawgmoth. If it gets countered, it gets countered. They don't got the counter for it. We can clean up the shark. They have the counter for it. Yep. I mean, we have one more turn to find something. And it's one thing to just miss and run out of time swinging for lethal game 3 versus running out of time game 1. 100% true. 100% true. I mean, we top deck Black Sun Zenith again, though. All right. They have Solitude. Good game, too. They might just bail out here. Abrupt Decay. Yes, please. Thoughtseize. Necromentia. Because Puncture Blast is not going to be very good here. Fatal Push is debatable. Fatal Push kills the thing, though, right? So let's go down Necroskitter. Just go down all the Necroskitters. Try it like that. We have the Abrupt Decays for the Teferis. Can't be countered. We have Thoughtseize. Try to take their Shark Typhoons. We have Necromentia to take their Shark Typhoons. Shark Typhoon is one of their main win cons, so... Puncture Blast isn't doing a whole lot of good for us. I honestly think if we didn't keep our mana tapped out for Puncture Blast, we possibly could have won that game, or at least turned it around. But really misclicking that step right there really burned us big time. This is not a good hand. I'm going to keep this hand. Not great. I'm actually going to bottom probably the Hapatra or Yawgmoth. Probably Yawgmoth. Turn 1 Thoughtseize them. Hopefully can draw fetch land or a green source. Let's Thoughtseize you. They did mulligan to 5. They have the Shark Typhoon, they have the Counterspell, and they do have Teferi. Teferi is annoying, so I'm probably going to take Teferi. Probably going to lead on Triome here. Yep. Untapped green source. Untapped green source. Untapped green source. Come on, baby. Black Sun Zenith. Not a good. Because now they can leave up Counterspell. Okay, deck. How this is going to go. Our opponent, though, has under 3 minutes to beat us. We get another Polluted Delta, so we still know what 2 of their cards are. We get a Forest. So we know they have Counterspell. So let's bait it. Play our Spooter here. They might not even counter this. They might not realize how powerful the Spooter is. No, they're going to counter it. Sure. What's up, Lucas? Welcome to the stream. So all we know about is a Shark Typhoon, to which we have answers to it, no matter its size. We have a really clean answer with Abrupt Decay, where they can even counter it. We get a Blood Crypt. Too bad. Run Hapatra out into a Counterspell. I love the artwork on Shark Typhoon. Like, part of me would like to play a Shark Typhoon, but I don't want to play in a control build. I don't like control decks, other than mono black control. Shocks it in. Probably for Cryptic Command. Be my guess. Mono blue. Oh no. Snapcaster Mage. Fortunately, ETB triggers still work after they die. So Hapatra's getting countered here, but they don't have a clock. I mean, they have a clock, and it's running down very quickly. They're just going to let Hapatra land? No, they can't, right? Oh, okay, there it goes. It's just the way the screen moved around. I was just like, there's no way they're going to let that live. Black Sun Zenith would be fun, too, if I had Nest of Scarabs or something. Our opponent has a minute. Catacombs, pass. More than likely Shark Typhooning here. Turn off auto yields. They are going to Shark Typhoon here. Sure. That game one, though, was ridiculous between us. And our opponent's 100% going to timeout. No ifs, and buts, cherries, or nuts here. You got to be able to win within time. That's it. I'm going to count it. Just F6. Yeah. We are not 10-1. Wish. That's kind of my philosophy is like Last God said, it's different between game 3 near like a game-winning swing and you run out of time versus like they basically ran their clock out game 1 and we had almost 10 minutes on the clock compared to them, so I don't feel too bad about it. Actually feels like a decent hand. I don't feel too bad about them clocking out. They should have played quicker. Yeah, this doesn't feel like too bad of a hand. We could go Hapatra into Devoted Druid. I mean, Devoted Druid into Hapatra. Devoted Druid's a big lightning rod too, so. Got a plains. Love the look of those plains. Sack. Go grab us. Overgrown Tomb. Devoted Druid. Yeah, I wasn't expecting. The first two games took forever. They really did. They were just so freaking long. We do have 5 mana next turn, potentially. Hapatra. Don't know what our opponent's doing here. Solitude. Ditching Archon of Myria? Death and Taxes? Kind of D&T list? Target Devoted Druid. We are actually going to tap. No, we're not. What's it matter? It just dies. I was like, we could do that and then Puncture Blast. And it's like, well, we're not getting our snakes. They did it on the stack, so it doesn't matter. I got really excited to make a bunch of snakes and it won't let me. I would have thunk Hapatra would be the one to steal there. Oh. That thing dies right now. Yeah, it just dies right now. The bad part is I think we only get one. They think you might be a devoted. Yeah, that's true. Which we kinda are, you know? There's a good argument for doing it in case they like want to get rid of Hapatra, but I mean we kind of are. You know what I mean? We're pseudo a devoted druid deck. This is probably gonna be another grindy matchup. Sure. Go get our swamp because we can sack Wooded Foothills to get a mountain here. Yeah, I like having a second. First. All right. Hapatra probably going to put a -1/-1 counter on the Spooter here. I haven't seen D&T that often. My cousin plays D&T a lot in person. So I'm pretty familiar with the matchup. You just don't see it a lot floating around that much anymore. It's a fun deck. Like, I think I would really like to play it at some point. And they scoop it up. All right, so we got D&T here. Abrupt Decays probably seem nice. Thoughtseize is debatable. Be a matchup where Fatal Push and Puncture Blast are both pretty good. Necroskitter might be awesome. Maybe we don't want this much in. Maybe we just want the Abrupt Decays. Maybe we don't want Thoughtseize. Puncture Blast actually seems really good here. Fatal Push might not be as good. There's too much value for D&T to really be effective these days when decks are built on cutting resources and then things like Urza Saga and Ragavan around to get around it. Real rough. Gets real rough. Yeah, Ragavan, my cousin, when he's played in stores and has played Modern and played D&T, he's told me, like, basically if they play Ragavan, it's game over. Well, I think Ragavan could be on the chopping block for getting Axe on the ban list. Who do I want to take out for D&T? Yawgmoth seems particularly good. Necroskitter seems like it'd be fun in this matchup. Nest of Scarabs could be good. Hapatra. Go down a Hapatra. And Spider seems good. We have not gotten to play one freaking Scorpion God, so I'm not taking Scorpion God out. Take out the rituals. I don't think the rituals are that good. I don't think that's a good card. In theory, it should be good in this deck to add his draw power, but I don't think so. I don't think so. I think, if anything, Loris and Bobble are going to tag team it out before anything else. Bobble needs banned. I've been a fan of banning Bobble for years. I've always thought Bobble was problematic. Let's bottom the forest here. I've thought that Bobble's been an issue. Yeah, Loris is #1 on my ban list. Loris, I'm up in the air about. I'm not as, like, hating on Loris as much as, like, I don't think Bobble should be banned, but Loris is a good candidate for banning. But I think right out the gate though, Bobble needs banned immediately. We get Blood Crypt here tapped. Thalia's gonna be annoying. Makes our Nest of Scarabs worse, and our Abrupt Decay, and our Puncture Blast. Basically our entire hand worse. But we could just Grasping Dune it. We could just Grasping Dune it. That is a thing. Could grab a... I would just grab a forest here. If you ban Loris, Bobble isn't nearly as good, but I still think it's a problem. Like, yeah, Loris really amplifies Bobble, but I think Bobble's been a problem for a long time. I think Bobble's more of an issue with, like, Darcy than I do Loris. Well, that made things a lot more annoying. So we have to kill Giver to get to Thalia. What is this thing? When it enters the battlefield, you may search the library for basic playing cards, reveal it. Okay, I know what that is now. Valk? I thought that last one was a no. Bobble is what makes Darcy good. True. It just sits waiting to be a pretty good spell. I mean, if you play with Bobble, you essentially get to play with a 56 card deck, right? There's no downside to playing Bauble at all. There's absolutely none. Unless someone Stony silences you before you play a Bauble, which is rare. You know what I mean? So we could clean up their board here. We could really clean up their board. I think it's worth just playing Nest of Scarabs here. And then trying to Black Sun Zenith next turn. That's what I think. I don't really think they have much ways to deal with Nest of Scarabs. So we'll just Black Sun Zenith for a bunch next turn. Because I think it's like, if we Black Sun Zenith for like, well, X2, we're going to get at least like a bajillion nests. A bajillion Scarabs here. As long as they don't get rid of it. I think there is, you have a 6-card hand with it, and you draw the next upkeep. Plus, it's a shitty top deck if you don't play just instance. I don't know. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can X3. Okay. I don't know. I think there's really no downside to Bauble personally. I mean, you get the redraw, and yeah, it's like the next upkeep, but you also get information off the top. Yeah, you get everything. I want to X3 because of Archon. We 1, 2. Yeah, we can 3. Get a Scorpion God. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it doesn't matter. But X3. Oh, it's X2 because of Thalia. Dude, I forgot. I'm still going to X3 here. I mean, X2. I keep forgetting about Thalia because we can still kill the Archon with Puncture Blast or Abrupt Decay, and we're going to get a bajillion tokens, so it's still worth playing. I mean, there's a lot of upside. Yeah, I think Bauble needs banned. Personally. We're just going to make 1,000,000 tokens here, though. Clean off their board. This is the kind of deck we want to play against. This is the deck we're good against here. 4 mana, 12 power. Black Sun Zenith and Nest of Scarabs, or Black Sun Zenith and Hapatra is just absolutely absurd. I'd rather see Ragavan gone. I've never played Ragavan, but I played against it, and it is pretty obnoxious. Ragavan was just a bad design card. They gave it way too much. They needed to, like, really trim down what all Ragavan did. I think if they would get rid of either A, it takes the top card of the library, or B, it makes a treasure, not both. I think that was a bad ability. And then they just decided to throw a dash on it. It needed to be one or the other. I would like to see... we're going to lose our nest here. You're no fun. Yeah, I was like, there's no way they don't take nest here. We draw a land, we're Scarab Gobbing. We're Scorpion Godding here. 10,000% if we draw a land. Get Abrupt Decay. I'm just going to Abrupt Decay the Skyclave Apparition. We get a 3/3. If it didn't exile and just made them discard it, would be okay. Right? Man, that was kind of a brutal beating for a D&T player here. Black Sun Zenith won us that game, though. Yeah, Ragavan could probably go. I will say with Saga, I'm a little biased on wanting to keep Saga because in paper I play a lot of 8-rack. And I do mainboard Saga. I'm going to keep this hand. So I do want to say that I'm a little bit biased there. No, not discard. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. So I'm a little bit biased. The fact that I want, I think our opponent's on elementals. So that's the case. I don't know how this matchup works. I've never actually played against elementals ever, not once. I've seen the deck, but I don't know what it does very much. Saga, I think, should go before Rag, but they're both probably fine in the grand scheme of power level. Yeah, I don't know. Like, Saga's good, but there's only like a couple decks where it's really broken, right? Like, it's really, really strong in Hammer Time. It's really, really obnoxiously strong in Amulet Titan. Then everything else is kind of just fine. Which is why I'm not, like, ban Ragavan and whatever new stuff came out and start unbanning stuff from with a trial period. I'll agree with you. I think we should unban some things. I want to see Birthing Pod. But as an 8-rack player where Saga actually adds some good utility to 8-rack, I kind of like Saga a lot. We didn't get a land. Not good. I'm gonna attack with Hapatra here and then attempt Scarscale Ritual. Try to draw some cards here. Try to draw land. But yeah, so I'm kind of a little bit biased of wanting to keep Saga around. If you ban Loris, Hammer would lose a lot of its power. Is it pretty reliant on Loris, though? I don't feel like it's I don't feel like it loses that much power with a counterspell. I don't feel like it loses that much power. It's not reliant on at all. I don't know, just from the matches I've seen, like Cooper the Red play Hammer Time, I don't feel like Loris is that much of like a that much of a big bomb card. Like it does help the resiliency of Hammer, but I don't feel like it's like, I feel like Hammer Time can work just fine without playing Loris ever once. Too free for the bean. Doesn't evolve Loris at all. I think if you banned Saga, it would hurt. It would hurt put a counter on the Spooter. I think it would hurt Hammer much more. At least that's my opinion. But like I said, selfishly, I don't really want Loris banned. I mean, not Loris, Saga. Archmage Tarn, maybe? Yep, draw 2 cards. I don't know. I don't really care what they do or don't ban at this point. But if they're gonna say, well, we're gonna ban one card, I'm putting my hat in for Bobble. I've thought that for years, but that's rude. I guess like in my head, it's like, what's the difference? Land? I'm like, what's the difference in like Bobble and Gitaxian Probe? They banned Probe. Probe is slightly better, but in a format now with like Darcy and Loris and stuff, Bobble's better than Gitaxian Probe ever was. Loris lets you tempo out where it shouldn't be able to. No, I'll agree with that. I just don't think like, I don't think it's the kill all be all for Hammer Time. I think Hammer Time seems to function pretty well. Okay. Well, we're gonna kill Teferi here. Like a land. Nope. Oh, we can't. You don't have red mana. Tempo's the wrong word there, buddy. I think lures can help tempo things out. I've played against a black-red deck that was running Lurrus before, and they once they played Lurrus and got it on the field, it helped really tempo. It did help their tempo clock quite a bit. Well, Lurrus is very grindy. I also agree with that, but I also do think it can turn up tempo. Depends on what you get, because they were getting back like hasty creatures and stuff out of their graveyard with it. All right. Well, I really don't want to put a -1/-1 counter on Scarscale Ritual here. This the Reclamation deck? Is that what this is? The Tamir Reclamation deck. Tempo is like Spellqueller. Yeah, Spellqueller's pretty good too. I wish Scarscale Ritual was a instant. I guess it doesn't matter because it's Teferi. Well, we're probably going to lose this one. I don't think we're very good against control. I think that's... Our opponent here, too, is playing a lot quicker than our last control opponent, so I don't think they're going to time out. Chalice of the Void on 1 isn't the most obnoxious thing. Stomping Ground? Back to Fairy. We're going to attempt it. I don't think Puncture Blast is really that great. I think it can be good, but you really got to set up for it. I don't think in a format as breakneck paced as Modern, it's probably that good. It could be a good commander card. If you're doing like a Scorpion God commander deck or Hapatra, I guess you can't play it in Hapatra. You'd have to find some kind of like 5-color, like Jund thing. Well, Puncture Blast probably would have been good here. Probably should have just saved that Puncture Blast now. What's the likelihood that Scorpion God gets countered? 10,000%? The Tempt to Yawgmoth. We can try for Scorpion God next turn. Considering they're thinking about it, means they probably have something to deal with it. Tapping stuff, playing stuff. Got other Solitude. All right, we can't beat 2 Solitudes. Go to game 2. Let's bring in... I like the Abrupt Decays. Fatal Push is not that good here. I like Thoughtseize. Let's go down. A couple Necroskitters. Oh, like that. I'm not gonna lie. If we don't get to cast 1 Scorpion God out of these 5 games, I'm gonna be pretty freaking sad. But it is leaning up that way. I wish you were good. I feel like it could be good. We just got to be able to play it. You know what will happen? I'll play it and then they'll unholy heat it. And kill me for game. Not our opponent, but somebody will. I would like to go first. I'm gonna keep it. Not horrendous. I mean, it's not great either, but it's definitely not horrendous. Could get an Overgrown Tomb and a Blood Crypt. There's a swamp. I think I'll hold off on the swamp for now. I mean, the Blood Crypt for now. Play Hapatra. Milk Crate, what's up? Thank you for joining the chat, checking out the stream. Would you like I can please share you joke? Yeah, sure. As long as it's not. Yeah, go ahead. What is funnier, a swamp or a mountain? I don't know. A mountain. Why? It is hilarious. Oh my god. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Rude. You're right, Hapatra. That's a pretty good dad joke. I like it. I'll have to use that one at some point. We have all the reaction spells, but none of the other good stuff. And kill the farrier out the gate. Or they tick it up. I'm not a dad. No, but that's like dad humor, right? Paul. Ugh. You're good. My only goal in life is to cast a Scorpion God and get it to stick. Also know a joke about paper. Alright, lay it on me. It's terrible. Oh. Good stuff. Not bad. Not bad. Spreading seas. Sure, I'll just go get another one. But here did miss a land. We get another Stomping Ground. You gotta clean up. Oh, Scorpion God. We draw a land. You can attempt to cast it. Like, don't yield through turn. They might play Teferi here. Spreading seas again. Get out of here. Alright, let me have a fetch land so I can go fetch up a Blood Crypt and slam this Scorpion God down, please. Come on, Verdant Catacombs, Wooded Foothills. Or Blood Crypt. Get a Spooter. We're going to play the Spooter. What happened? Did I not? No, I didn't tap this for... I was like, did I not tap one of these for green? They have the third... Okay. You better not have the third spreading. They bounce my Obelisk Spider. It's obnoxious. Land. Alright, we're doing it. Nope, we gotta tap one of these for red. Mission accomplished. We have cast a Scorpion God. Scorpion God has hit the field. Should fade Prismatic ending pretty well. Supreme Verdict would be annoying, though. This Teferi's dead, though, next turn. I'm killing it no matter what we do with our life. We're Abrupt Decaying the Teferi. Probably not if they Spreading Seas or Overgrown Tomb here, but we are going to Abrupt Decay it. They've ditched 2 Shark Typhoons. Dang. Rough beats. We draw all the Puncture Blasts. Abrupt Decay to Fairy. Attack you for 6. They Solitude. It's pretty freaking annoying. We are going to do this, though. Puncture? Nice. We get to draw a card. Fortunately, we lose our Scorpion God. Gain a bunch of life, though. We got to cast him. That's what matters. We got to cast him. Took 4 games, but we got to cast him. 4 matches, I should say. Devoted Druid. There's a good argument for playing Devoted Druid here. My goal was to next turn possibly Hapatra and Obelisk Spider. Archmage Charm, sure. Draw a million cards, why not? Colonnade. Tap. Draw Black Sun Zenith for the 100th time. We'll play Obelisk Spider. We can always float mana for Hapatra. Play Hapatra. Now I can make an instant speed snake and ding them for a life, which is nice. I'll say if they just Supreme Verdict, I'm going to. Got tap for blue there. Scorpion Goth top would be sweet. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I guess they could counter it if they wanted to. Drawing all the Puncture Blasts here. I'm leaving them in hand in case they play a Teferi. We could attack. Well, we can't because it's with that stupid static ability. I like the artwork though on Puncture Blast. That's what, yeah, if you want to play a deck full of cool artwork, this is definitely a deck to do it too. A lot of cool artwork in this deck. That. Okay, they put the companion to hand. Get a Wooded Foothills. What spreading seizing me? I don't care, I'll pay the 2 life. Why don't you just stop this? Stop these spreading siege. Not very nice. Start firing these to the face. We've got 1,000,000 of them. Oh, wait. I only have 1 red source. That's not gonna work. Weird. It's now a weird random 3 mana lightning bolt. The idea is that you get a Hapatra and Nest of Scarabs down, and then you make a bunch of creatures, but not worked out very well that way. Sure. I'm probably going to hit their face, because I'm just going to Black Sun Zenith that thing to death. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. X2. Play it. Archmage Charm, sure. Just gathering up 1,000,001 cards. Castle Vantress. They could start activating Colonnade here. What they might be doing. Yep. I'm going to let them tag me for 4. We'll in-step Puncture Blast him again. I don't think the counters stay on it. They could, though. Gotta go to clean up. Get a Nest of Scarabs. 10,000% gets countered, right? What we're averaging here, about 10,000% counterable. It lands. Okay. Do they have Prismatic Ending? Don't think we win this one. We need to find something off the top here that's actually really good. Just for 4. Yep. You gotta clean up again. They dump Prismatic Ending instead of just dealing with, and we just get another freaking Black Sun Zenith. I mean, not Black Sun Zenith, Forest. I was looking at Black Sun Zenith when I said that. Our opponent going to do Colonnade once again. Would really like to, I don't know, have something here. Scorpion God? Maybe? Countered? 100%? Alright, we're dead. I'm just gonna go. We don't have a way to kill him. Alright, let's go to game 5. My god. This deck is grindy. I've played, do this. Frozen Celt. I love the... I wonder what card that is. Anyone know what card this is? Oh, that's a mulligan. They reveal Loris. Ew. Oh yeah, I'm gonna bottom that. We have the chance of drawing something here. We are on the play. So they have Loris. Humans. Good thing we let on the swamp. In theory, we should be pretty good against this matchup. We just got to not get mana screwed here. Just like we planned it. Like Yawgmoth is going to be really strong here. Black Sun Zenith is going to be super good. In theory, we should have a good matchup against this deck. Not saying it's going to happen, but in theory. There's the god. When I realized I could have played the Scorpion God this turn and didn't. Oof, that hurts me. I could have turned 3 Scorpion God and didn't realize it. I kind of spaced my mind on Devoted Druid there. Well, we're definitely playing Scorpion God next turn. Like, no matter what we do. End of combat, if attack with at least 2 other creatures, exile at return to the battlefield as Gideon. Yeah, okay. Yep. Create a 4/4 here. I'm gonna let the 4 hit me here. Next turn, like I said, we're gonna throw down Scorpion God. Oh boy. Scorpion God? Throw down Nest of Scarabs next turn, and we have Scarscale Ritual. We could also just start putting -1/-1 counters on stuff and start... Okay. Seems good. I'm going to take the 6. Sure. The Overgrown Tomb. Oh, wait. Dang it. Doesn't matter. Get a fatal push. We're in a weird situation here. Another Kithian, sure. Probably gonna throw. It doesn't have trample though, does it? Plays another Kithian just to pump the champion of the parish. Sure. The one card, Puncture Blast, would be great here. Puncture Blast would be real good. Probably Fatal Push. Sentinel here. 5/5 critter. I think I necessarily agree with this. They hit me for 5 though, don't they? Black Sun Zenith would be absurd off the top here. Black Sun Zenith is probably how we win, actually. Oh, no, because we can only do Black Sun Zenith for 2. You can push the Sentinel. Just trying to think of what we can do here. We could Scarscale Ritual. Scorpion God makes him a worse blocker. Black Sun Zenith for X1, which also makes him a worse blocker. We could push the Esper Sentinel. Could Scorpion God the Esper Sentinel push the Kithian? Probably gonna throw the Obelisk Spider under the bus here. Fortunately. Another Champion of the Parish, sure. We can eat Champion of the Parish with Scorpion God. What do they do? Add Loris to hand. Worth noting, you're going to get a 3/2. Indestructible. Throw the Scarab underneath the bus here. Loris is going to be a problem. Would really like a Puncture right out the gate here. Puncture. We can't activate Scorpion God, though, and Puncture, but Puncture is going to deal with... Puncture is going to deal with Loris, which is what we need to happen. How does the Loris actually read? So I'm trying to think. We throw a Spider under the bus next turn. We don't have good blocks for Gideon, and they play Loris. But we just Puncture. Yeah, okay. I know what we're doing here. Let him play Loris. We Puncture Blast Loris, get a bunch of Nest tokens, and we get to draw a card. It sucks we can't do it in response to, like, once it lands before they get to play a creature. We draw another Puncture Blast. Nice. We can start shrinking this dude down. They scoop it up. They realize it. And they just leave. I'm going to call it. I'm going to leave the score at 2-2. These games have taken way longer than I thought. And I want to wrap it up, and I need to run in town. So, let's talk about the Scorpion God. Right there, it was killer. Literally. Scorpion God was going to grind out the game for us there in conjunction with Nest of Scarabs. This deck is very, I think, well suited against creature builds. I don't think it's debatable, and I don't think it's that good against control. So we played Death and Taxes, 2 control decks, Tron, and Humans. A white weenie Humans deck. To which the Humans deck was strong, but we were able to grind them out without having things like Trample. We had an endless army of Scarabs coming down. They were going to probably lose. And I think we only get better in the sideboard because we bring in stuff like Abrupt Decay. Really it. We could bring in Weather the Storm just to gain more life. And start playing a lot of spells at once. But yeah, so I feel like that's where this deck is suited the best at. It's not anything. This build felt okay. The thing that I keep coming back to with the Quill Spike version is that it actually feels like there's a good amount of power there. There's a good amount of power with the Quill Spike version, the Wither Spike. With the Scorpion God version, it felt slow, kind of clunky. Puncture Blast was good and not good. It was good with Nest of Scarabs. It was mediocre with Hapatra or the Spider. And then for the most time, it was just a 3-drop mana. I mean, a 3-drop lightning bolt. So wasn't great. Could get around indestructible with it being a wither damage, but you know, it's not great. Necroskitter, I think, is a decent card, but probably not the right card in this build. Scorpion God was okay. We had one matchup where Scorpion God was pretty killer. Oh shoot, I forgot to pull up this deck list. Oh, where's it at? Did I lose it? I meant to pull up a deck list of this Lark Reanimator. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I got wrapped up and forgot. So Yeah, so Scorpion God, there was moments where it felt good. Otherwise, there was like one game where it felt strong. Otherwise, it's like a 5-drop that just doesn't do a ton. I mean, this deck seems okay, but I think if I'm going to play a Wither build, I'm probably going to go Wither Spike. Probably going to play this again Friday to get in some more games to test it out. Before we go, I'm going to look up this, we're going to look at this Lark Reanimator, which again, I apologize for not pulling this up earlier. Best Park, flying, when it leaves the battlefield, return target creature card with power 1 or less from your graveyard. So you get body double, which is, you may have it enter as a copy of a creature card in the graveyard. So you can just body double Vespark or Arcana Cruelty. So that's kind of cool. Teferi, Faithful Mending, Persist, Unmarked Grave. So yeah, it's kind of a cool little like control reanimator build. It does look fun. What is Altar of Dementia? Sacrifice a creature target player puts any number of cards equal to the creature's power from the top of their graveyard library into the graveyard. What would you bring that in for? I wonder what you bring that in for. Yeah, I mean, it seems cool. It seems like it'd be fun. But yeah, so we're gonna find somebody to raid here. We're gonna raid GR Duncan. We've raided them before. I always try to raid people if I have 5 or more on stream. So I want to thank you all for hanging out. Thank you, Dunastar, for the follow. If you want to follow me, it's free. It helps out the stream quite a bit. I'm trying to reach the goal of 150. If you want to watch this on YouTube, there is links to my YouTube stuff in my About page. This will be uploaded next Wednesday on YouTube. And I stream Magic the Gathering I'm starting Monday through Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday is Modern. Tuesday, Thursday, Pauper. And then Saturday and Sunday, I'm just going to do random video games. So thanks for hanging out. I'm going to send you to Jared Duncan. Enjoy the rest of your day. And if you're in America, have a good Thanksgiving tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be streaming tomorrow. I'll be streaming some Pauper. So take it easy, guys. Peace.